Hi everybody, I am Naufal. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss regarding sampling process. Okay, last class we have discussed regarding sampling and types of sampling. So if you are watching this video first time, I will give the link in the description box regarding the sampling and the types of sampling. Just go through that also, so you will get a better idea regarding what is sampling and the types of sampling techniques. Today we will discuss regarding sampling process. So what is meant by sampling process? Before that, you should know what is meant by sampling. Sampling means selecting a small portion from the entire population, or selecting the representative unit from the entire population. For example, you want to check the sugar level in the tea or coffee. You are taking a small portion from that and you are checking the sugar level. You are not taking the entire coffee. You are taking a little amount of coffee and you are checking the sugar level, right? Like that, in sampling, you are selecting a small portion from the entire population, or you are selecting the representative unit from the entire population. For example, if you are studying regarding pregnant women, your study is related to the problems of pregnant women. Okay, so all around the world there will be crores of pregnant women, but you are selecting very few pregnant women in a selected area. Okay, that is sampling, selecting a small portion from the entire population, selecting a few pregnant women among the entire pregnant women. That is sampling. Okay, simple definition of sampling is the process of selecting the representative unit from the entire population. Okay, so what is meant by sampling process? The different steps or the different actions involved in sampling, or the different steps or the different actions involved while taking the sample is called sampling process. Okay, to conduct the sampling or to select the sample, different steps will be there, like our research process. From a starting till the end, different steps will be there. That is sampling process. Okay, so the different steps or the different actions involved in sampling is called sampling process. Okay, so we can see regarding sampling process. In sampling process, you can see mainly 7 steps. Okay, we can see one by one. First one is identifying and defining the target population. Okay, identifying and defining the target population. So what is meant by target population? You are targeting a particular population. With an example, I will tell you. Suppose your study is related to the problems of pregnant women in Mumbai. Okay, so your target population is pregnant woman. Your study is related to pregnant woman in Mumbai. Okay, so you are targeting pregnant woman. Your target population is pregnant woman. All the pregnant women in Mumbai will be your target population. All other people other than the pregnant woman is not your target population. If your study is related to smoking and lung cancer, the smokers are your target population in a particular area. In this example, the pregnant women in Mumbai is our target population. You are targeting that population only. Okay, according to your research problem, the target population may differ. Okay, in this example, pregnant woman in Mumbai is your target population, because our study is related to the problems of the pregnant women in Mumbai. So what is meant by target population? It is the total number of the people. It is the total number of the people who meet certain criteria of your research study. Total number of the people who meet certain criteria of your research study. Your research study is related to pregnant women. So the total number of pregnant women, that is who meet the certain criteria. The criteria is the woman should be pregnant. If it is related to the smoking and lung cancer, the criteria is the population should be smokers. If it is related to the students, means the population should be students only. Those who are studying the school and college only will be your target population. It depends upon your study. Okay. So, target population means it is the total number of people who meet certain criteria of your research study. They should meet a certain criteria. The criteria in this example is pregnant woman. So, they are our target population. We are targeting only pregnant women in Mumbai. Okay. So, first step is identifying and defining the target population. So, you have to identify the pregnant women and you have to define the target population. In this study, our target population is pregnant woman with the example I am telling to you. Okay. Next step is describing the accessible population and ensuring sampling frame. Second step is describing the accessible population and ensuring sampling frame. So, target population is the first step. In the second step, that is describing the accessible population. So, what is meant by accessible population? That means from the target population, the available population, the available pregnant women. That means sometimes all the pregnant women in Mumbai on the day when you are conducting the sampling, they will not be there in Mumbai. Sometimes they will be not there in Mumbai. They will be outside Mumbai. They are not available. And some pregnant women will be sick. So, they are also not available on that day to conduct the sampling. And some pregnant women will be not interested to participate in the study. So, they are not a available population. Those who are there in the Mumbai as well as those who are interested to participate in the study, that is accessible population. So, accessible population means from the target population, the available population. Okay, you are targeting all the pregnant women in Mumbai, but all the pregnant women in Mumbai is not available for your study. They will be not there in Mumbai or they are not interested, some peoples. Okay, those who are available on that day to conduct the sampling, or those who are ready or those who are willing to participate in the research study is called accessible. That means available population. Okay, so you have to describe the available population. You have to describe the accessible population. Got it? You got an idea regarding accessible population, no? And you have to ensure the sampling frame. So, you have to ensure the sampling frame. Sampling frame in the sense, you should have a list of pregnant women in Mumbai. Okay, either you can prepare the list. You can prepare the list or you can get the list from the primary health center or from the hospitals or from the Anganwadi worker. So, what is sampling frame means? The list of all the subject from which the sample should be taken. Okay, the list of all the subjects from which the sample should be taken. That is, here with the example, the list of all the pregnant women in Mumbai, from which the sample should be taken. So, from where you will get the list? You have to either prepare the list or you have to collect that list from the Anganwadi worker or from the hospitals and from any other sources. With the example I am telling. Okay, in case of smokers, from the cancer hospital or from any other hospitals, you can collect the data. Okay. If it is related study related to the students from the school, you will get the sampling frame, that list of the students. Okay. So, sampling frame means it is a list of all the subject according to your study from which the sample should be taken. Here in our example, it is pregnant woman. So, either the researcher can prepare a list by visiting all the hospitals, or else the researcher can take the list from the Anganwadi worker or from the primary health center or from the hospitals. Either the researcher can prepare or the researcher can take the list if it is readily available. That is sampling frame. It is a list of the subject from which the sample should be taken. That is accessible population. Got it? Next one is specifying sampling unit. Third step is specifying the sampling unit. In the third step, the researcher should establish a inclusion and exclusion criteria. Okay? The researcher should establish a inclusion and exclusion criteria, which means the researcher should make a including as well as excluding criteria. That is in and out criteria. With an example, I will tell you. The researcher is planning to take only the pregnant woman between the year of 20 to 30. Okay, between the age of 20 to 30 pregnant women only the researcher is including. All the pregnant women below 20 years of age as well as all the pregnant women above 30 years of age is excluded. That means they are out in this study. All the pregnant women between 20 to 30 years of age is included. They are in this study. Okay. So, in the third step, that is specifying the sampling unit, means the researcher should establish a inclusion and exclusion criteria, that is in and out, that is selecting and dismissing criteria. And in this study, one more example I can tell. Here the inclusion criteria is all the pregnant women in Mumbai only. Okay, all the pregnant women in Mumbai only is included. Other pregnant women who are not in Mumbai, that is the pregnant women in Delhi or the pregnant women in Bangalore is not included. They are excluded. So, sampling unit means establishing a exclusion as well as inclusion criteria. Okay. So, in our study, with our example, all the pregnant women in Mumbai between 20 to 30 years of age is included. All the pregnant women below 20 as well as above 30 is excluded. That means they are out. Got it? That is the third step. Next one is specifying sample selection methods. Specifying the sample selection method. Which method, that is type of sampling. Which method you have to use according to your study, it may differ. That is, you have to use a type of sampling technique. That may be probability sampling or non-probability sampling. In probability sampling, which method you are using? In non-probability sampling, which method you are using? You have to specify here. Okay, specifying sample selection method. Which method, which type of sampling you are using, whether it is a probability sampling or non-probability sampling, you should specify in the fourth step. Okay. Next one is determining the sample size. Determining the sample size, which means deciding the sample size. Depends upon your study, which method you are using. You have to decide the sample size. How much sample you have to select. Suppose 10,000 pregnant women are there in Mumbai. So, your sample size is 500. For example, I am telling only. So, you have to determine, you have to decide the sample size. Your sample size is 500 only. It may be 50, it may be 100, it may be 200 or it may be 500. According to your study, it will differ. Okay. So, you have to decide the sample size. How much sample you have to cite. Okay. You have to select. Okay. Next one is specifying the sampling plan. Okay. Specifying the sampling plan. So, the researcher should have a sampling plan. The researcher should have a sampling plan. How to carry out the research. and regarding the sampling size, and regarding the method, and what will happen in that day if something has occurred, if a strike has occurred, or the sample is not available. The sample is not available. Okay, so a proper plan should be there. When to conduct and how to conduct, all the plan should be there with the researcher. Got it? That is the sampling plan you have to specify. Specifying the sampling plan means how you have to carry out the research. Okay, regarding sample size, regarding the method, regarding the time, what to do when a problem has occurred. All the things, all the plan should be there. Okay, all the plan should be there. Next one is selecting a desired sample. Selecting a desired sample, that is the final step. In the final step, you have to select the desired sample. That means from the available population, you can select the sample. You can implement your plan. That is, sampling process is finished by the last step. You are selecting the sample in the last step. That is selecting a desired sample. Got it? You are selecting the sample according to your sample size in the last step according to the sampling plan from the available population. Okay, that's all regarding sampling process. We will meet soon with another video. Till that, thank you and goodbye.